Greetings, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So you betrayed someone or someone betrayed you, or you guys are both telling the opposite team that you were betrayed, they betrayed, who betrayed who's cheating who, and who's doing it next door. Makes you wonder who's doing right to someone tonight, and whose car is parked next door. Someone could wonder whose car is parked at your house. Someone could be driving by your house to see who's parked there. Whose bed have your boots been under? Whose heart did you steal? Okay, I'm channeling a lot of country music. Someone here could like country music. Sag, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. When I was reading Scorpio, you kept coming through. I really feel like, okay, if your birthday is December 14th or earlier, then you actually in Vedic sidereal are a Scorpio. You may have other Sagittarius placements, and yes, in Western you are Sagittarius, but it would do you well to look at Scorpio because it's coming through very strongly. You could also be a life path 11, or you could be seeing 11 a lot, or like 8 and 3, which equals 11, 9 and 2, which equals 11. You're seeing things that add up to 11. Yeah, for some of my Sagittarians, and Pisces, and that kept coming through in Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, literally we're like all entangled, and there's like Cancerian energy in there too, and Gemini as well, and Taurus as well. Okay, anywho, that's like, it's like a hodgepodge. It's like half the Zodiac that's like all commingling. Sagittarius, there's an energy here where I'll scratch yours if you scratch mine. So this could be someone who it's like, I don't want to get rid of you. You're on the roster, but I don't want to fully commit either. Me. And it's like now someone, oh, it's looking real good. It's like someone here used to be like, I'm not vegan, but I only eat meat a couple days a week. And now it's looking real good. They might just try carnivore. So there's someone here who's like, their mind is changing. It's either you, Sagittarius, or it's someone else looking at you. Take it whatever side of the road you're on. But someone here wasn't taking someone seriously. They didn't really see their worth. And now that they've observed someone over time and they've had experiences with other people or other businesses or other employers or employees, they want that person back. I want you back. Dun, 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 dun. So this can be for businesses as well. Yeah, someone here could have gotten the chopping block, 311. Amber is the color of your energy. Whoa, shades of something displayed naturally. Okay, so something about gold as well. Roller skating, the skate rink, or skateboarding. We're going down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I channeled that song in an earlier reading like 2 weeks ago or something. That's Sugar, we're going down. So someone here knows that something is doomed. And now I'm hearing, why can't you be the king? He is inside, the king I see inside. So many things to wonder, but what I can't be. So when Simba and Nala are singing, and they're around Timon and Pumbaa, but they're like, our friend is doomed. So it's like a love song, and they're like singing, and they can't figure each other out. So for some of my Sagittariuses, you could be like wondering, and you're like, well, I'm not going to speak to the person. This is surely how they feel. And then the other person is like, well, the Sagittarius, X, Y, and Z, this is surely how they feel. And it's like the universe is just looking at you guys like, just have a conversation, like just talk. And, the female's like, well, I will receive his communication if he comes at me correctly. And the guy's like, well, the phone goes both ways. And I don't know, there's some like catty pettiness here. Someone here was definitely breaking promises. I don't know, it's basically like when you receive the throne, you have to be prepared for all of the responsibilities and accountability that the throne requires. So someone here basically saw someone, they're like, ooh, nice, shiny, real gold, not fool's gold, I want that. But they forgot then when they had that thing, like, ugh, there's so much responsibility, there's so much accountability. I don't want any of that. So they're not ready for that. This is a huge issue, like scaling. So for some of my Sagittarians, what is preventing you from getting to the next tax bracket, the next couple tax brackets, is scaling. You don't know how to scale properly. So whether it's like scaling a company for more business, or just scaling your time, scaling managing more than one business or more than one source of income. I'm seeing at least 3, but you want to work up to 5 in the next 2 years, and then 7 in the next 5 years. Something about 3, 5, and 7. For some of my Sagittarians, you've been holding on to something because there's a contract behind it, but like it's really not that great anymore. I'm hearing hanging by a moment here with you. I'm also hearing hanging by a thread, a needle and thread. I was getting needle in one of the water signs readings, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and we just got Cancer. So I think you might want to go look at Cancer's reading. You could have Cancer in your chart, but we also have Pisces. We have, and Scorpio. All 3 water signs are here on the table. What am I thinking? 137. 137 came through really strongly in Capricorn, I think in Aries readings. See, like I said at the beginning of your reading, Sag, all these signs are like bleeding together. So you may just want to watch them because it's like there are many chess players on the board. Yeah, for some of my Sagittarians, okay, we ain't on the same, we ain't from the same, you ain't from my planet. We don't speak the same language. This is an occasion. I'm feeling good and they hate it. So that's Mac Miller lyrics. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Sag. Someone here is, they've basically, what the issue is someone here has found themselves, the seat of their soul. They feel that divine expression of God through them, and they're allowing it to just be. They're not acting, they're not faking, they're just being. They're allowing the God source to flow through them, whether it's through a sport, whether it's through speaking, teaching, whatever their God-given gift is, they're doing it. And someone else is like, well, they weren't like that this many years ago. When did they start acting like that? And it's like, that's not how it happens. But you see, that person had to go through extreme tragedy and trauma and really sit with God for years, even over a decade. It wasn't something that was just like, oh, that's how. And so someone else who hasn't had like deep, penetrable experiences is looking at another person. And it's like, you can't compare that. You can't compare that because it's like, a baby hasn't seen anything and a 50-year-old man has seen, it's like they don't have the same perception of life, of a dog, like they just don't have the same perception on anything. And so there's something here that's like unfair, Sag, where it's like, you need to have more grace, or I mean, really it's just stay in your lane. Because it's like, why are you going to get upset or have judgment or be jealous or envious of what another person is doing? Literally, it's taking away from what you can be investing in and what you like to do and what you're meant to do, your God-given seed, your God-given direction. And I'm pretty sure God did not tell you specifically, oh, you need to go tell this person over here that, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like, no, that's not how that works. Everyone has an individual relationship with their maker, with a higher source, whatever that is for them. So if you really think that you imposing on another person to give your opinion about their connection to God, then that's pretty narcissistic. That's literally a narcissistic trait. So it's funny because it's like they're probably trying to even say like, oh, this person is so narcissistic. Have you seen how full of themselves they are? And it's like, but bro, you're the one that's actually spending all your time obsessing about another person, and what the other person is talking about is actually helpful for others, and actually there is truth in it and it's proven. So it's like, why are you, it's like basically they're making themselves look like a clown, even though they're trying to say that this other person in their God-given expression is a clown. And it's funny, it's comical, it's cute, it's not cute, it's actually disgusting, but it's also just a sign of immaturity.